Hi, thanks for joining me for this James Turner inspired challenge build. So I'm calling this one the Yellow House. As we get through the build, you'll start to see why. So some of the challenge items was that it had to be 4 stories and that it had to be bright. And so whenever I thought of bright, I decided to go with yellow, which you'll see here in a little while. This lot had to be placed on a 30 by 20, so it's a rather large lot. But I had some restrictions to the amount of money I could spend, so I only had 29,833 simoleons to spend. So I decided to start with a rather small home itself, just so that way I had some money to spend on the inside. So now I'm going to go ahead and start figuring out my color scheme. So I decided to play with this yellow from an older pack that I never really use, just to try and get that bright home feel. But then I very quickly realized that that bright home feel was very, very bright and that it needed some contrast in there. So I like this industrial style building. It's something that I kind of enjoy. And so this challenge let me lean into that a lot. So while I'm going through this colors through here, I'll tell you a little bit more about the challenge. So again, it must be a bright home, which we have done, check. Has to have 4 floors, done, check. Has to be on a 30 by 20 size lot. Now I'm getting into placing some of the windows. This itself was really interesting. For me, the exterior of a home is where I spend the most of my time, just because I want that to go really well for me. It definitely inspires the inside of it. So on the first floor, I played around with a couple doors that you don't see, but then I decided I wanted that garage door, as this is an artist. Um, I wanted them to be able to have the ability to do the mural. So now I've figured out my exterior of the home itself. I'm starting to do some of the yard designing, decorating. So went ahead and put pavements down, and I'm just starting to place some of the low-lying plants at this point. Again, trying to get in as much yellow as I can here. I initially started with these bushes. I really liked them, but unfortunately they don't stick around very long. I very quickly changed those to something different. Now I've got some of the brighter yellow bushes coming in, as well as some different colors. I'm bringing a little bit of purple here. So this is the bushes that I switched it out for. I really liked the pop of color that the pink was bringing against the yellow of the house. I thought it was really fun. I initially tried to keep the 3 bushes that I'd done originally with the small, medium, and large, but very quickly decided that didn't work, that it was kind of too much bush, and so I swapped it out for 1 large bush and then some of these low-lying plants around it. From here, I went on to using some vines on the side of the home. So now I'm just trying to bring up some of the greenery up the side of this home, which I thought was super fun. Playing around with the shading on the home as well while I'm doing it. I tested out the 3 different colors that it came in, but I really liked the default one, so I put it back. That little bit of contrasting with the red just was kind of nice. Over here, I'm finishing up some of the yard work. I didn't want to spend a ton of money, and so I put in some of the grass from the horse pack, just so that way it'll spread, and placing a cute bench underneath this yellow tree. And then, of course, I needed a walking path, and I really liked that this walking path was a little bit different and unique. It looks like perhaps maybe the homeowner installed it whenever they put the bench in. So therefore it doesn't match that driveway that came with the home. Now I'm moving inside. I decided to do a pop of red on the inside. Again, this is supposed to be a bright home, so leaning into those colors. And now I'm very quickly moving into stair placement. Because this is a very small home, getting the stairs in just the right spot was a little bit interesting, a little hard, but I got it. The couch for this one, I wanted to bring in those pops of yellow again. I really like these mushroom stools as well. And then the clear round glass for such a small space just allows it to bring in a pop of fun color. Try and get a little bit of TV in here as well. It's an awkward shaped layout and where to put the TV placement. I don't actually know if a sim would be able to sit on the couch and watch it. They may just stand there, but there's a television in the home all the same. So now I've gone up to the second floor and changed it blue, and then gone up to the third floor to place in the bathroom. And then really I just chose the placement layout here because of where the stairwells were. Having the bathroom on the second floor did not prove to be very efficient. It blocked off a lot of the natural lighting, so I went ahead and turned the second floor into a kitchen. Since the first floor was done in a little bit different colors, this one is more blues and reds. Just some fun pops of color again. Just kind of what spoke to me in the moment. I love this cute little red trash can. It has polka dots on it. And then trying to figure out what to put under this stairwell was actually pretty interesting. I found a ceiling light before I found what to put under that stairwell. I'll come back to it in a little while. And then realized that this home had no kitchen cabinetry. Now I'm trying to put in a desk placement. So one of the James Turner requirements was that this person had to be a streamer. And putting in this desk was kind of difficult. So having it on that third floor with the bathroom, where you first saw, there was no room for it. So I tried to bring it up to the fourth floor where the bedroom is, and I'm putting it in a couple of different places, and it's just not really working out. It's taking a lot of space. I'm going back down to that bathroom level, so that way this level's useful for something. As I'm placing it here, you'll quickly realize that I have not realized up until this point that there's a cutaway that I had blocked off the natural lighting, and so once I took down that wall, it opened up a lot of space for the table itself to go. Back in that little corner, just required me to move around the toilet bathroom area. But once I did that, I really started to figure out the inspiration here, blending in some of the pinks, very girly aesthetic in here. I love this rug that it's bringing in a ton of different colors, so it ties in the green from the door. And I found the railing to the stairs, this pop of the very kiddish, but it was cutesy all the same. It kind of worked in this space. Um, One of the James Turner constraints on this one is that the person is afraid of mirrors. So I needed lighting in this space for them to be able to do their streaming, but I could not put a mirror in that. So I just found a poster and put that in there. I've gone back up to the fourth floor now, just trying to figure out some of the layout of the furniture. This little corner nook, it worked really well for the dresser. It does block off the window, but I brought it up a little bit so that way some of the natural light can still come through all the same. Now just figuring out that rug placement, finalizing everything. I ended up deciding that there would need to be a little bit more wall art. I'm also getting kind of close on money constraints. So the James Turner challenge was that the budget was 29,833 simoleons. So I'm just trying to get as close to that as possible. You start seeing me delete some grass, finding other things that I want instead, just to spend that last little bit of money. I found these neon signs when I was up in the bedroom with the hearts, and I thought that was really cute, and so I ended up putting on multiple floors the neon. It just seems like it's a nice pop. So I've changed out the mushroom chairs at this point for some cushions, a lot lower to the ground. It kind of blended in, and I decided this home is so artsy that this person also needed to have a painting hobby. It just seemed like it worked really well for the space, and so I swapped out the piano for a DJ booth. But here, just tying in some more of the blue with the red, I finally decided on putting some flowers underneath the stairs. Maybe not the most efficient use of space, but I ran out of creativity there. I couldn't figure out anything else I really liked in that space. Now I'm just finishing up some stuff in the yard. Um, and then trying to bring up all of the tiling to be the same. Now I'm just finalizing everything up. Go ahead and naming it. This will be out on within the store, and then this is the final look of the home. So this is the first floor, and then I accidentally from here tabbed up to the very fourth floor with my keyboard, so I just went ahead and went with it. So this is the fourth, the third, the second floor, and then that first floor again. And this was a really fun build, very cute, very simple. Hopefully you like it and you can make it your own.